Coming up on Mountain News this morning, investigators have released new enhanced video of the person of interest in Saturday's deadly shooting at Brown University. And hundreds of workers at a manufacturing facility in Kentucky lose their jobs as production moves away from electric batteries.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Caroline Mueller here with you on this December 17th. It is right at that 6 o'clock hour, so let's check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, I am not hating the 50s that you have on the 10-day there. I think I can live with that.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for a long stretch with those 50s. That one dip down into the upper 30s isn't too great, but I'll handle it if it means that most days are on the warmer side. Let's talk about this morning, though, as we are seeing a mixture of the 40s out and about. However, you will notice it is chillier in our Virginia and Tennessee counties, hanging on to the 20s and 30s. So you should still wear some layers this morning, especially the farther south you travel. Now, in terms of this afternoon, though, everyone will be seeing the low 50s for the most part. Some folks do have some upper 40s chances, but it's a big improvement from earlier on this week. So keep that in mind as those temperatures are definitely going to improve. Unfortunately, though, it is a cloudy day all day long. That starts off right now, and we're just going to hold on to that cloud cover all throughout those daytime hours, seeing some partly cloudy skies as we head overnight. But by that point, most folks will already be asleep. Storm chances do return into the forecast, though, for your Thursday in the late evening. Caroline.
Megan, thank you. Police say a dangerous fugitive is off the streets in London, Kentucky. Police arrested 26-year-old Jared Allen Dennis of Columbus, Ohio, Monday night. The arrest followed a tip from the Newark, Ohio Police Department. Dennis was wanted on several felony charges, including armed robbery. He also had active robbery warrants out of Grant County, Kentucky. Dennis is now being held at the Laurel County Detention Center. A London man is facing multiple charges after being arrested during a burglary in progress. Laurel County deputies took 37-year-old Donald Jane Johnson into custody early Sunday morning, December 14th. Officers were dispatched to a home off of Kentucky 3094, about 6 miles north of London. Investigators say they found Johnson trying to break into a home. He was arrested and charged with burglary and criminal mischief. Deputies also discovered Johnson was wanted on several outstanding warrants, including a parole violation related to meth possession and contempt of court. Johnson was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. Top Trump administration officials briefed lawmakers on Capitol Hill Tuesday about U.S. military operations targeting alleged drug boats, including recent strikes on 3 boats in the Pacific that killed 8. But some lawmakers were dissatisfied with the briefing and continued to question the legality of the strikes. Others suggested the U.S.'s actions against Venezuela don't go far enough.
All in favor of stopping the flow of narcotics, cocaine and fentanyl. But there are ways to do it without killing in this kind of combatant situation.
You cannot allow this man to be standing after this display of force, and I did not get a very good answer as to what happens next.
Administration officials say only members of the House and Senate Armed Services Committees will be shown footage of that second strike. Nick Reiner could face the death penalty after Los Angeles officials announced they will charge him in the murder of his parents, director Rob Reiner and wife Michelle. Officials say they believe he killed his parents using a knife, though have not given many details on the case, saying they prefer to present their evidence in court. This comes as new surveillance footage shows the moment Nick Reiner was taken into custody.
These charges carry a maximum sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. No decision at this point has been made with respect to the death penalty.
It's still unknown when the alleged knife attack occurred. Police have not given many on what led them to Nick Reiner. He's currently being held without bond. Investigators have released new enhanced video of the person of interest in Saturday's deadly shooting at Brown University. Authorities are asking the public to help identify the person police say may have been casing the area hours before the attack. CBS News' Jared Hill has more.
It's a slightly clearer glimpse at the possible Brown University gunman. Authorities releasing enhanced surveillance video as the manhunt in Providence stretches into day 5.
We believe that he was actually casing out this area to commit the crime.
The person of interest said to be about 5'8", seen walking through the residential neighborhood near Brown hours before the attack.
I'm confident that a member of the public is going to recognize this person, perhaps a family member. Some cases have broken this way after a period of days.
Overnight on social media, President Trump criticized the school's surveillance system, asking why did Brown have, quote, so few security cameras. There are more than 1,000 surveillance cameras across Brown University, but authorities say with the site of the shooting on the edge of campus in an older building, no cameras were in position to capture the shooter. Freshman Jacob Spears was coming out of a study session when he was shot Saturday. He spoke with CBS News.
First, I was confused, but then I realized what was happening. I ran. He got me in the back, but adrenaline did me good, and I was able to get up and run.
As the search for clues continues, the community is seeking comfort. Hundreds packed a church at the heart of campus, honoring the 2 students killed and 9 injured in last weekend's mass shooting.
I keep thinking it could have been me. You know, I live a block away from the building where it happened, and I was in the building just a few days before.
A moment to rebuild hope with a sense of safety shattered. Jared Hill, CBS News, Providence, Rhode Island.
7 of the 9 people injured in the attack remain hospitalized. Authorities say they have not been able to pinpoint an age or any connection to the university for the person of interest. 18 months after Donald Trump promised to release the Epstein files on the campaign trail, the administration now has a legal deadline of Friday to do so. It's been 11 months since President Trump took office, and for 11 months, the Epstein files have remained sealed. Congress passed a bill to intervene, which legally forces their release by this Friday.
That bill set a specific deadline, December 19th, and it is a must. It's not a may, it's a must.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has maintained President Trump has done nothing wrong, despite Democrats saying his name allegedly appears in the files nearly 1,500 times. The water is slowly receding, but the threat from record flooding in Washington state is far from over. Residents in King County were ordered to evacuate early yesterday after a levee along the Whitewater failed. It happened hours after an evacuation order was lifted near a broken levee beside the Green River. As the state begins a long, costly cleanup, officials warned residents now is not the time to let their guard down.
It's not a 1 or 2 day event, right? We're in for the long haul, and all that water is putting a lot of stress on our infrastructure. If you get an evacuation order, for God's sakes, follow it.
Officials also confirmed the first death related to the floods. A man in Snohomish County was found dead in a submerged car after he reportedly drove past warning signs. The National Weather Service warns another storm system will bring heavy rainfall up the Pacific coast on Wednesday. Roughly 1,600 workers at a manufacturing facility in Kentucky will lose their jobs as production moves away from electric batteries. Instead, they're focusing on shifting to advanced energy storage systems. According to Ford, the manufacturing plant in Hardin County is set to change production from electric car batteries to energy storage systems for data centers, utilities, and large industrial customers. Governor Andy Beshear says he's optimistic for the change, but blames the slowdown of the EV industry on the Trump administration and members of Congress.
I still believe that we'll be the EV capital of the world. It's just going to take longer.
On October 1st, a $7,500 tax credit incentive to buy electric vehicles expired. Back in September, Governor Beshear resecured just under $18 million to fund EV charging stations along highways. Part of a highway in Harlan County honors the memory of a state senator. The Senator Johnny L. Turner Memorial Highway sign was presented to his family in Harlan yesterday. Folks gathered to remember Turner, who died last year after an accident at his home. Senator Scott Maiden delivered a tribute to his predecessor. A section of roadway on East Highway 221 in Bledsoe is now named in honor of Turner.
And as you're heading into your Wednesday, it's going to be a little bit of a cloudy day all day long. Not really going to see too much sunshine for the day as we look at mostly cloudy to cloudy skies. Now, we will be staying nice and dry, thankfully, but in terms of those temperatures, I think that's the best news in the forecast. Temperatures right now are in a mixture of the 40s, and by the time we head into the afternoon, we're going to notice those temperatures warming up into a mixture of the upper 40s and low 50s, which is definitely a very pleasant forecast compared to what we've seen this week thus far. Now, in terms of when you'll see the warmest temperatures, honestly, it's not too bad all day long, but those highs will be around that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock time frame. Caroline.
Thank you, Megan, and thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News This Morning. Still to come, the federal government releases 2 months of backlogged job data in one day. We'll have those numbers.